posting it up like my bestie, don't come back to your dorm before 10 p.m. My friend, and then you'll see the person to remove you, or else you'll get texts like this. Hey guys, what's good? It's Shamavi. I am back with another college video, this time freshman advice. And yeah, I'm in no means an expert. I've basically only done like 7 months of college. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. I post weekly content on college, fitness, and tech, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Now, without further ado, let's get right into today's content. So a lot of incoming freshmen, one of their biggest concerns is, how am I gonna make friends? Especially if you went to a big school. I went to a big state school, Rutgers, or even if it's a small college. You're going into a pool of brand new people, and a lot of them. I'm from Virginia. There were only 2 people from my high school even going to Rutgers, so I was really starting from a clean slate. But from day one, from orientation, I took the initiative. So I want to just tell this quick story. I went up to these 2 girls and I was like, I really just wanted to meet new people. My name is Shamavi, blah, 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 you know, I'm from here. We hung out for all of orientation. They introduced me to some other people that were in their orientation group, and we had a group chat. We exchanged our Snapchat. We talked throughout the summer, and we made plans to hang out when we got back to campus. Now, I'm not saying that these people are like my friend group now. No, that's not what happened. But talking to these people made me brave enough that I could just, you know, I could make friends in college. Like, it was possible. I was capable of doing that. And it also helped me connect with other people that are now my really good friends. For example, I was hanging out with them and they introduced me to some people who were in their dorm. And one of these girls was my really good friend, Amanda. And I just got her Snapchat like everybody else, and I didn't really think much of it. You'll get a lot of people's Snapchats, and 10 months later you'll be like, who the heck are these people? And you'll see that on your story it says, my friends, and then you'll see the person who removed you because they don't remember who you are, and then you get kind of offended, but you know, you forget about it. I saw Amanda again like a week later on the bus, and I was like, your name's Amanda, right? And we just started talking a little bit, and I was like, we should like hang out sometime because, you know, I saw someone again. Maybe it's an opportunity to make a friend. So we started getting lunch like every week, and now she's like one of my really, really good friends. And I did that for a lot of other people too. I would take the initiative and really be like, let's hang out, let's do this. You might think that someone else has to like talk to you, or no one's obligated to talk to you. If you want something, you got to go after it, and that's for friends in college too. And I also think it's very important to remember, when people go to college, they assume, oh, everyone's gonna magically change. No, people are still gonna be mean, they're still gonna be rude. So like some of these girls that I met, like not anybody that I've talked about so far, they weren't like the nicest. Like, I'd be taking initiative, I'd be like, hey, let's do this or whatever. They like wouldn't reciprocate the same energy, and that's fine. Not everyone has to like you. This orientation example I have is one of my biggest examples of, you don't have to be friends with the people that you meet at first. You'll hang out with different people every week. The ones that stick are the ones that you truly click with. So if, let's say you hang out with someone last week and like, you know, you didn't really text after that, you didn't really see them around, and like it just didn't feel like right, you don't have to push it. You don't have to stay friends with them. By all means, if you really want to be friends with this person and think that you could click, go for it. But I'm saying you don't want to spread yourself out too thin and like keep trying to maintain your friendships with everybody, because you're gonna get drained. You're not gonna really make lasting connections. Another common misconception is that your dorm, like your hall, is gonna be like your friend group. And I would say that can be the case, but it's not always what it is. For me, my roommate and like the 4 other people, a few other people who lived right next to me, they were like some of my really good friends. But the rest of my hall and my building, I wouldn't say is like very social or like really outgoing. And I wish I had done more research going into school about what the vibe of my dorm was, because you can generally like find out, like, is this hall that I'm gonna be staying at, like I was at Allen Hall, is it lively, is it like social, do people go out, is it outgoing, like how it is? Because you want it to pass your vibe check. You want it to have people that are similar to you, so you can make better friends and generally just have a better time. So make sure you do your research on your dorms. Don't come back to your dorm before 10 p.m. Now, this might sound random, but it's one of the best pieces of advice that I've been given myself, because it really helped me grow and put myself out there. Because if you're gonna go back before 10 p.m., you are more likely not to get your work done or to just spend too much time in your dorm. And that is important not to do in the beginning, because that will dig yourself a hole that you will fall into and it's hard to get out of. This can mean going to those club meetings that you signed up for. It'll be incentive for you to actually go and meet people and get involved. It can mean making plans with the new friends you've made. Get dinner, go explore the college town or city that you're in. You're only there for 4 years, and I'm sure it goes by fast. I mean, I've only done 7 months, and that went by fast. I know I'm not one to talk too much. But also it can mean, you know, just getting your work done. Go to the library, study a little bit, and it really overall means doing something productive that will take yourself out of your comfort zone, help you grow as a young college student. If you haven't stopped doing this already, stop doing it now. Don't play the comparison game. When you're looking at people on Instagram, you know, posting it up like hallway selfies, like my besties, orange selfies, orange filters. People are trying to like show that they're thriving in college, and you probably are too. By comparing yourself, you're gonna be undermining your experiences. You know, stop looking at that if it's really making you compare your experiences to other people. Because in the beginning of college, you're already gonna be feeling kind of like, am I doing this right? You might feel lonely, you might feel left out, and that's just gonna make you feel worse. So don't compare yourself to the crazy videos people are posting on Snapchat. You're probably having the same experiences too. So as long as you're having fun and you're enjoying that moment, that's all that matters. There's no conventional college experience that you have to live up to. And I think that's really important to understand, because sometimes you might have these expectations. You might set these expectations after seeing what other people are like. No, you don't have to be the same. People want to show that, oh, I got to college and I'm thriving right away. Maybe they're not. So you need to enjoy what you have. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting precious college time fretting over stupid things. You're going to be wasting the short time you already have. And trust me, freshman year went by fast and you don't want it to. Now you're in college. How do I study for these college level classes and do well? Office hours will be your best friend. You've probably heard this in countless other videos, but I am a testament to how much it helps. I used to go to my office hours for Calc 2 like every single week. I would do my homework, make sure to do it in advance, even if it was due later in the week, go to the office hours with all my questions, and my professor, she was so knowledgeable, so nice, and she would help me out like one-on-one. Like, you'd be surprised, not a lot of people go to office hours, and you can be one of those people that stands out to your professor, because at the end of the semester, they'll bump you if you need it. And she wrote a rec letter for me because she knew who I am, she loved me as a student, and we would have other conversations too. I was really glad I did do that, and like I took time out of my schedule to go to those office hours, so do that. In terms of classes, I think it's also important to understand that just because you were maybe bad at a subject in high school means you're also gonna suck at it in college. I went to a really hard high school, and math classes there were really hard, and I thought, okay, like college math is gonna be even harder, but no, I'm literally gonna be minoring in math, and I've been doing really well in college math and I really enjoy it. And if I thought like, okay, like I can't do this because I was bad in high school, I would have missed out on like taking some of these great classes with some great professors. So keep your open mind. Just because you were bad at a class in high school doesn't mean you're going to be in college. Also, you should make sure that after every class, review a little bit, especially for your harder classes, because midterms, finals, like all of that is what makes up your grade. You don't really have like unit tests, you don't have a lot of assignments. So in college, you're gonna have like your big exams that will determine your grade. They're gonna make or break your GPA. So you wanna make sure that you're consistently studying, like every day after class, review what you went over. It doesn't have to be longer than 15 minutes, but it'll be refreshed. So when you do your homework, you'll do it more effectively, you'll remember it better, and you won't be cramming before your exams, because when you cram before your exams, you get hit by that 3 a.m. depression. You drink a bunch of coffee, you eat a bunch of donuts, and you just start crying before your exam, and it's not a good experience. You don't want that to happen. You want to do well, so break it down and you will be fine. So this is probably what you're most excited about coming into college. First off, don't expect Project X style parties like every single day, you know, crazy stuff, fun stuff. No. And yes, you'll have your fun. You don't have to be part of a certain group or crowd to be able to have those experiences. You're not like invited to a party, you just go. Make sure to go with your friends. Maybe not all your friends like going out. Find those people who do. Stick to those people. Get yourself a pair of shoes that you're okay with getting dirty, because it's really gross. And get yourself a jacket that you're okay with losing. And remember, dages are a thing, or maybe you call them darties. I didn't know this coming into college. Basically, day parties on the weekends, you know, before football games in the fall, and just on nice weekends in the spring. We didn't really get to have them because of Corona. Get yourself some cute merch to wear to these things. I didn't really know that you should do that before. A lot of freshmen don't. There will be a lot of Instagram accounts that like sell like cute clothes for these events that you can get. Also, there's different types of parties. If you're on a club sports team, you might have mixers. You might have different things, like, you know, if you're in Greek life. Keep your mind open. The first few weeks are tough, and it's easy for something small to happen and make you feel like, oh, maybe I'm just like not supposed to be happy, you know? So, no, like, you'll definitely come across those days in college, like in the beginning, that's gonna be like, is this what everyone said would be like so great? It's supposed to be like the best 4 years of my life. And trust me, I've questioned this so many times before. Maybe someone will be really rude to you. That happened to me like in the first few days. Some people were like really mean, and I was like, I never expected this getting here. And I was caught up on it for like 2 weeks, and I wasted so much time. Like, I wasted like 2 weeks of my freshman year, and like thinking about like how we didn't even get like a few weeks of it because we had to go home early. I wish I did not spend that time carping over something stupid. And you have to grit your teeth and, you know, get through that like hill. You'll be good to go. Joining clubs is also very important. Personally, I think you should join one club that you are interested in, like club lacrosse. Like, I joined club lacrosse, and then 1 or 2 other organizations that have to do with your major, because it'll help you make connections and meet upperclassmen that will mentor you in what classes to take, what professors to take, and basically how to get internships. So when I was on club lacrosse team, I met other people that I definitely wouldn't have otherwise, because these people had like different majors, like lived in different parts of campus, and I really wouldn't have run into them before. And my club lacrosse team, we had like mixers, we had events, and you meet a lot of people here too, and that's a great way to make friends, and I would say that really helped me out. I also joined a computer science club, Women in CS, that helped me make connections in my major, which is really important. So these kinds of clubs will help you out so much in terms of just getting yourself out there and feeling like you belong at your school. I also wanted to talk about rushing. I didn't rush this year at Rutgers. You can only rush as a freshman in your spring semester, and there was a lot of like, I had a lot going on this semester, like in terms of my classes, so I didn't want to this year, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I wouldn't have to pay the dues and like have to leave early. But basically how rushing works is that you have like your rush week, and you go to your rush week events, you meet like the different sororities, like people in them, you talk to them, they meet you, and after this week you'll get like a bid from a few sororities, and you get to choose after that. I've really simplified this a lot. It's a lot that goes on in this process, but it's just a little gist of how it works. At some schools, Greek life is a really big thing for if you want to like go out, be social. It doesn't necessarily make or break if you'll have social friends or anything. At Rutgers, I think only 40% of the student body does Greek life. Like, it can help you like meet people and everything, but it doesn't make or break your experience. So if you're not doing it, it is really expensive. You really don't have to worry. You'll still have a great time. Make sure you don't burn out in your first few months. I remember in like the first month or two, I thought I had to go full send like every day, like all this work. No, you can't go sleep early. And I'm not saying like the 10 p.m. thing. I'm saying like I thought I had to stay up till like 3 every day and like study so much. No, you're gonna burn out when your exams come around. You're not gonna be able to give your energy and your all when you really need to. Join your clubs, hang out with your friends, have fun, but also don't take on too much on your plate, because it will pick up. Literally, my spring semester, I took data structures, macroeconomics, linear algebra, and multi. It was really hard. It was like I was sprinting the whole time, and it's important to remember that college and life in general is a marathon. You need to be able to pace yourself, and I think that's important for everything in college. College is one more cushion that you have to work on your passions, explore things that you like before you have to really get out into the real world. So work out if you like working out. Make YouTube videos, like play your sports on your club team, intramurals, or maybe you're on the varsity team. Enjoy these things, work on your passions, because maybe you won't get to later on, and you never know, you might discover something else you like. So take time out of your day to explore something else that's not academic. Use what you pay for. College tuition is so expensive. It covers your dining costs, dorming costs, and a lot of other stuff. So first off, your parents are paying upwards of $2,000 for just your meals. So don't order Go Puff like I did all the time, or pizza all the time, because that adds up so much. Because when you need to do laundry at 3 a.m. on Monday and you don't have enough money to add into your Speed Queen account, you're gonna be regretting that disgusting pizza you ordered before. And your dining dollars or swipes or whatever are going to be adding up at the end of the semester, and that's wasted money, because each swipe, at least at Rutgers, is like $12. So if you have 80 left, you could buy so much with $960. Go to the gym. You're basically paying for a gym membership. And personally, I don't really think the freshman 15 is a thing. And some of the gyms are really nice. There's like a swimming pool, there's like all sorts of facilities, and you can really like get so fit, like do it. Your dorm is probably already overflowing with unnecessary clothes, so don't go out and buy $100 worth of clothes like I did, or else you'll get texts like this. Don't do it. I also think that when I say use what you pay for, it means using the resources that your school has. Going out and joining those clubs, you're also technically kind of paying for the opportunity to be a part of that organization. Through my Wix club that I was in, I got to go tour Google NYC. I also got to go to Boston, like all expenses paid, for a hackathon. You might be a freshman, but it's never too early to start making connections. Making connections is half of what college is about. You want to lay a good foundation that you can network to grow your chances for better internships. So, start out by making a LinkedIn. Go to events for your major. Maybe there's going to be like a talk with a company that'll help you understand what they're looking for if you want to work there. There's going to be a lot of these kinds of events. Make friends with upperclassmen in your major, if I haven't said this already. They might be able to give you a referral for an internship. They might help you with your coursework. They're good mentors. They'll support you and encourage you to work hard and stick to it, that you can do it. And going back to my previous point about Boston, it also means like grabbing that opportunity even if you think you're not qualified enough. A lot of freshmen, they might be like, my resume sucks, like I'm not going to be able to get anything. But I remember at HackerU, and a lot of companies come there, like software companies, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go talk to them. I gave my resume to some of the companies, Prudential being one of them, and I got to interview there. And it was the first time I had a real interview, and I got to go to Newark, and I got a maybe, which is pretty good as a freshman at a big company. A few months later, like I said, I got to go to Boston. My resume wasn't that much better in a few months, but I still, talked to the company. And I got another interview with Red Hat. And I think that if you understand how it works as a freshman, you'll be set when you're a sophomore, junior, when it really matters. So I have been talking a lot and everybody is making noise in my house. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. But I just wanted to say, get excited. You get this opportunity to go to college and have an education, have fun, meet people. I also will be doing like a Q&A video about college. So drop any questions you have and that will be coming up soon. So I'll catch you guys later. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And I will see you next time.